The private markets are so hot right now, and it makes sense that you would have ETF issuers trying how to figure out how to put those in the ETF box. There's been some talk that maybe BlackRock's looking at it. Apollo has made some noises as well. But how do you actually do that? When you think about ETFs, I think about, public debt, public equities. Is there a world in which private assets could be in ETFs?
Well, what exists today is private equity companies that have exposure to that in the ETF wrapper. Invesco has an ETF that comes to mind. I don't exactly know how the nuts and bolts of behind the scenes will be to get this done, but if it can be done, I have the confidence in the ETF market. We saw CLOs become a market which was less followed until Janus Henderson entered the marketplace with their JAAA ETF. It's now a $10 billion ETF.
Huge.
We've seen Panagram have success, Van Eck have success. I think that the ETF market can provide liquidity to a less liquid part of the market, but you still have to figure out how to price this. And of course, if they're not trading every day, then you could see discounts and premiums to net asset value, which is something for people to be aware of.
Yeah, putting it in an ETF wrapper would democratize access to this asset class overall. Eric, what do you think? Is this something that's possible from where you sit?
I just don't think so. There are some things that just aren't ETFable, and I think private equity is one of those things. They did try a couple times to do private equity, and they were like, we'll just invest in super microcaps because they have attributes like private equity, but that's not really private equity, right? So ARK did the interval fund. That's the way to do it, but interval funds, no one wants, they're expensive. But this is BlackRock. If anybody could pull this off, it's BlackRock, so maybe they will crack the code.